The graphics has some issues with pop-ins and glitches and the like, and the ground textures are pretty bad, but both are understandable with the environment this big and is running on some pretty old hardware. The graphics overall are great, with environments both breathtaking and there's a lot of variety in the environment. It is probably one of the best looking open world games overall for the consoles, so the environment gets an above average score of a 4 out of a 5. The voice acting is amazing, and the music in the stations really brings the realism into the game. The in-game sound is nothing special, but it does get the job done. Overall, the sound is great, so the sound gets an above average score of a 4 out of a 5. I loved the story, and is the third best story in the series behind Vice City and San Andreas. I am not going to get into too much details of the story, but the story overall is believable, and it was movie script quality good. By the end, you will care about the characters and what happens to them, which is always a good thing in any story. The story is great, but not really perfect, because it does get kind of cliche at times. So the story gets an above average score of a 4 out of a 5. I think Rockstar finally got the controls figured out in this series. The driving mechanics are different than GTA 4, but that's not really a bad thing. I like the more arcadey controls, and you'll be driving like an expert in no time. The foot controls, shooting mechanics, and cover mechanics are pretty basic, which is pretty much a good thing in an open world game, in my opinion, and overall get the job done. The only problem is the cover mechanics sometimes don't work as you go into a cover in the wrong spot, which sometimes gets you killed. The missions are pretty fun and are some of the best in the series. There's 3 characters in the game, and the ability to switch between them is well done and not distracting. I also love each character's special abilities, and it has helped me get out of plenty of jams. I also love the heists, and some of the heist missions are some of the best missions in the series. It's just too bad there's not a lot of them. The gameplay overall is some of the best in the series, and taking that into account, the gameplay gets a perfect score of a 5 out of a 5. The single player story is somewhat long, and taking into account that you have plenty of side quests and activities, the single player has plenty of replayability. That and the fact that I love the online and have spent plenty of hours on the online, and that is saying something considering I really do not like online games that much and really don't play them. I love the MMO style of the game, but it is not perfect. Plenty of features in the online has not been released yet, like the ability to do heists. There is also the fact that there are microtransactions and the fact you can buy money, but the leveling system prevents people from buying all the best stuff right away, and it keeps it with balance. You'll be playing this game for months, so the replayability gets a perfect score of a 5 out of a 5. This is a fantastic open world game with a great story and plenty of replayability. This is the best GTA game this generation, and the second best GTA game after Vice City. I recommend this game to anybody that loves open world and GTA games.